Welcome back, everyone, to my week 7 game picks. Last week, I did a hell of a lot better than week 5 when I went 5-9. In week 6, I went 11-4.
Yeah, boy.
Which will bring my season score to 59-33, which isn't so bad considering I had a couple of really bad weeks as I was trying to make some pretty wacky predictions and get ahead.
Well, that was dumb.
It didn't work. Still, 59-33 is a pretty good spot. Pretty decent season predictions. But it's a new week, week 7. Let's get right into it. Steelers versus the Bengals. Well, as we saw last week, crazy things can happen on Thursday Night Football, especially when it's divisional matchups. So what the hell? Here's my underdog of the week. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals. Next up, we have the Rams versus the Jags. Currently, the Rams are getting 74% of the votes. I think that's pretty crazy high considering the Jags are 4-2 and still a good team. The Rams might be without Puka Nacua this week as well. However, I do think the Rams are the better team. I'll take the Rams. Saints-Bears. The Bears are playing a lot better now. They've ripped off 3 straight wins. Now, as much as I love the Saints and their fighting mentality, I will take the Bears. Dolphins versus Browns. Browns are getting 51% of the votes. That's pretty shocking considering they're the Cleveland Browns. They do have a good defense, but their offense isn't getting them anywhere. The Dolphins have obviously had some bad games themselves. I also think they've had a few unlucky breaks, so give me the Dolphins. Chiefs versus Raiders. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. The Chiefs are playing a lot better. They get Rice back this week. The Raiders just are not very good. The Titans made them look a lot better than they are last week. Give me the Chiefs. Eagles versus Vikings. I'm starting to get worried. I'm starting to get skeptical here. I could honestly see the Vikings taking a win here. I'm still going to take the Eagles here. They are the better team. However, I'm starting to get less and less confident in picking them. Panthers versus the Jets. The Jets easily the worst team in the league right now. It's between them and the Titans. They won't have Garrett Wilson. Give me the Panthers. Patriots versus Titans. As I just said, the Titans are in the running for the worst team in the league. Drake May is playing out of his mind. Give me the Patriots. Giants versus Broncos. As we know, the Giants had a huge win last week. I don't think it happens again this week. Give me the Broncos. Colts versus the Chargers. The Colts easily the most surprising team in the NFL this year. They're at the top of the AFC at 5-1. The Chargers right behind them at 4-2. But even though they're at the top of the AFC, I am going to take the Chargers in this game. Packers versus Cardinals. I don't think it matters if it's Kyler Murray, Jacoby Brissett. The Packers are going to get a win here. Commanders versus Cowboys. The Commanders aren't playing as good as they were last year, but the Cowboys defense is absolutely nothing to be scared about. I think for the Commanders, a huge boost would be if McLaurin played, but I still will take the Commanders to win. Falcons versus 49ers. The 49ers are still dealing with a hell of a lot of injuries. Kittle is still probably going to miss a week or two. The Falcons just had a huge win versus Buffalo. Give me the Falcons to carry that momentum into this week and get a win versus the 49ers. Now we have Tampa Bay versus Detroit. This is probably the hardest game to pick this week. Obviously, Tampa Bay is 5-1 at the top of the NFC. Baker Mayfield is having an MVP type season. I am shocked to see that Lions are getting 74% of the votes here. However, I do think the Lions will win. I do think they're going to seek a get-right game after last week's loss to Kansas City. So give me Detroit at home. Last, we got the Seahawks versus the Texans. The last time we saw the Texans, they had a fantastic game versus the Ravens, but every team has had a fantastic game versus the Ravens. We don't know if the Texans offense finally got it together or they just looked good because they were playing the Ravens defense. Either way, Seahawks have a way better defense than the Ravens this year. Their offense playing a lot better than I thought they would, or at least Sam Darnold is. Give me the Seahawks at home. All right, everyone, thank you very much. Those are my week 7 game picks. Come back next week for my week 8 game picks, and we'll see how I did this week. Please leave a comment. Let me know your game picks of the week. Let me know what you thought of my picks. And as always, check my channel out. Come join me for my live stream watch-alongs for primetime games and all Eagles games. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night.